Hey, everybody, I'm here with Steph and Ron.
Hello.
Howdy, howdy.
So guess what? I don't know if you... So there's a thing with the corporate Democrats online in social media. Now, I don't go on Facebook because I hate it, because it makes me feel horrible afterwards. It does. I don't know about you, but I spend 5-10 minutes on Facebook. I feel not good about myself because someone's being a jerk. It's just Twitter doesn't bother me like Facebook does. I don't know why, but anyway. So we showed you other reports about how there's Share Blue, David Brock and Share Blue, people like Oliver Willis, how they'll just blatantly lie to smear someone to their left. I told you what happens, right? Corporate Democrats don't debate people to their left. They smear them, right? Just like they did to Bernie Sanders. You can't compete with Bernie Sanders' ideas, so you smear him. He's sexist. You say his followers are violent. They're throwing chairs. You say that he's an old guy, doesn't know how anything works. He's not even a Democrat. All this stuff. Every smear you could throw at him. He's racist. He's sexist. There's violent. So it happens online, and people like, you know, I showed, look at that video, Share Blue. It shows you how those people, they have no integrity, and they just lie about people. And that's how it works. Joanne Reed is one of those. She's one of the worst. And I don't know if you know who she is. She has a show on MSNBC, and she's one of the worst. Just gross. She blames Bernie Sanders, even though I know for a fact she liked Bernie Sanders, but because she's being paid to go the other way, now she rips him constantly. She rips his supporters, and it's all in a disingenuous way. It's never above board criticism. It's all crazy. Like, watch what she does here to Julian Assange. So she starts tweeting at Julian Assange and saying horrible stuff about him, right? She says, people literally laughed last year when I said I wouldn't touch anything from WikiLeaks after Malcolm warned it could include fake info. Even though WikiLeaks never included fake info. No one's ever proven there's been ever a thing from WikiLeaks that hasn't been authenticated. Unlike the New York Times, the Washington Post, CNN, who just had to fire 3 senior people because they filed false stories. And unlike MSNBC, Joanne Reed, who on a regular basis does this kind of stuff, lies like this. So Julian Assange, so he responds. He responded to her tweet. He says, they were right to laugh. WikiLeaks has a perfect record of authentication. Even the FBI could not find a fake. That seems reasonable, right? That he would respond to her?
Yeah, with...
That's someone who's got 300,000 Twitter followers, which is Joanne Reed. She has her own television show on MSNBC, one of the 6 broadcasting companies in America. And communicate. That's it. She has a big show. She has a big platform. She tweets out BS about Julian Assange, who's smeared on a daily basis, and he responds with facts.
Yeah, he has a nice piece of evidence in his corner.
I know he has a nice piece of evidence, but he doesn't have a blue check.
Right, and isn't that funny? He doesn't have a blue check. Isn't that funny? So Joanne Reed responds to that. She says, this is bordering on stalking. Why don't you come out of your hiding place and try your harassment right? Harassment. So you see how Joanne works, right? You see she has absolutely no character. She's a smear machine. She will never, just like Joan Ann Walsh, she will never debate you above board. It's always underhanded smear tactics where they play the victim. She's not a victim. She's a perpetrator. She's a perp. Joanne Reed is a perp and a liar. And she does stuff like this.
And seriously, it's not like we haven't seen real harassment on Twitter.
Yeah, I've seen real harassment on Twitter. Correcting your false assertion on Twitter is not stalking. And it's not harassment, Joanne Reed. You liar, you fake. And this is when you cry wolf like this. So when someone actually is harassing someone, now no one's going to believe it. I guess when you were a kid, nobody ever read that story to you about the boy who cried wolf. Because when you call Bernie Sanders sexist and violent and a misogynist, now when there's an actual one that shows up, it doesn't work. So here, this is their reflex. This is her reflex. Not only her, but then right underneath that tweet of hers, she says this is bordering on stalking. This guy, John Aravosis, Says it's almost as if Assange has a problem with women. It's like they just won't stop. This is what they do. Hey, I don't like you, so I'm going to smear you. You're a sexist. You're a misogynist. You're harassing women. You're stalking me. Like, that should be illegal. Like what they did, they should be able to be put in jail for that. If there was laws against that upheld morality, because that's right, those people are empty. Do you want to be in that club? Do you want to get invited to those parties with those frickin' people? Ugh. Like, I don't know how they were raised or what's wrong with them. It's just money. I know what Joy-Ann Reid, it's just money. It's just money. She's doing this just for money. Because before Bernie ran against Hillary Clinton, she liked Bernie. She told the Democratic Party to listen to him. Joy-Ann Reid used to say that stuff. Then she got a job on MSNBC, and the corporation told her to say one thing, and she's saying it. And that's why people get their news from YouTube instead of MSNBC, the New York Times, or the Washington Post. Because they all have owners who tell them what to do. And they do it. And why? Because they get $30,000 a day to do it. That's why. And that's not an exaggeration. Isn't that gross?
It's awful.
I just never realized that tweeting an article of interest to somebody meant you're stalking them.
And harassing them.
And, I mean...
Or you have a problem with women.
And you got a problem with women, according to John Aravosis.
Never knew any of this.
You're right.
Like
Julian Assange has a problem with women, like Chelsea Banning.
Ha! So these are the people we're up against. This isn't the right. These aren't Republicans. These are corporatist Democrats who are working against you. That's who this is. And they don't like Julian Assange because he told the truth about Hillary Clinton. And that's a sin, baby. You can't tell the truth about a corporatist, warmonger. That you can't do that. So I just wanted to make this little video in case you ever were worried about or ever were wondering what kind of character that Joy-Ann Reid had or this guy John Aravosis. They don't have any. Just so you know, you can send this video to people if they quote Joy-Ann Reid. Send them this video. This is just one little thing she did. She does this kind of stuff constantly, and I've avoided talking about it on the show. But she smeared Glenn Greenwald, calls people Russians, she smears everybody. It's gross. And this is what we're up against all the time. This is MSNBC. They're against muckrakers, just so you know. They're against people who tell the truth. They're against award-winning news organizations that have never been proven false. They like to smear them as if they are. She's lying. It's just amazing. Anyway, I can't, there's nothing else I can say about this except now you know why people get their news from YouTube. Hey, the next live Jimmy Dore show is July 17th. That's right, July 17th. That's a Monday in Burbank, California. Get your tickets right down here or go to jimmydoorecomedy.com. July 17th, Burbank, California, live Jimmy Dore show.